Hello, Wiser Nation. Hello, Wiserians. Hello, everyone. Hello, we are in the month of October, the independent month, if you are in Nigeria. Hello, everyone. Where are you joining us from? Hello, everyone. Where are you joining us from? Can you all hear me? Can you all hear me? Hello, everyone. Can you all hear me? Okay. If you can hear me, I can't see your chat. If you are in the chat, say hi. If you are live with me, say hi, everyone. Wiser Nation, are you there? Wiserians, are you there? Say hi if you are there. Okay, so, oh, hi, MC Love Diamond, you are welcome. Michael Okorie, you are welcome. You are welcome, everyone. Okay, I remember this is October. Wow, how time flies. I remember when we started this year, January. Wow, and we are in the 10th month already. Isn't God great? God is so great. He has been so good to us. Hello, everyone. Thank you. Our freedom journey, you are welcome. I remember in January, everybody was using, there's a slang everyone was using. Can you, if you remember, there's a gift for you. Just type in the chat box if you remember the slang we are using when we enter this new year. When we enter this new year, there's a slang everyone is using. And I have been using that slang well. And we have moved to another one, but that one can never leave me. So, do you remember? Oh, thank you, Michael Okorie. You got it right. No grief for anybody. Yes, no grief for anybody. And I know in our wiser community, we are not grieving for anybody. If there's any word like that, grieving, we are not grieving for anybody. No grief for anybody. I am not grieving for anybody. And I will still not grieve for anybody because I have to be at the top. And I know wiser nations has to be at the top too. Okay, so now in October, I think from August, everybody is now using steez, steez and demure, steez and demure. So this is the 10th month. We thank God we are alive to see this day. So if we are in the wiser community, you know what has been happening in the past. You know what has been happening. We have been gaining wisdom. We have been, I know you are feeling the wisdom. I know so many of you are feeling the wisdom. Yes, teas and demure. Yeah, we have been reading yes, the 7 habits of highly effective people. 7 habits of highly effective people. We have read chapter 1. After reading chapter 1, we came here to dissect. We have read chapter 2. After reading chapter 2, we came here to dissect till the last chapter. And now we have come with icing on the cake. Who is happy to be here? Let me see your dance emoji in the chat. Oh yeah, let me see your dance emoji. If you are happy to be here this morning, let me see your dance emoji. Wow. Joyful, thank you. I am here in Lagos, Nigeria, and the weather in Lagos this morning is so suiting to the body. As in, I am loving the weather. So, wherever you are joining us from, let me know in the chat box in your area. Hope you are enjoying the weather. Lagos people, hope you have not joined traffic this morning. So where are you joining us from, my people? MC Love Diamond, where are you joining us from? Janet Idika, my sister, where are you joining us from this morning? Ogechi Otugo, where are you joining us from this morning? You are all welcome. You are all welcome to the wiser this. Oh, Abuja people, thank you. You are welcome. Odunayo, you are from Lekki. Oh, Port Harcourt City, love MC Love Diamond, you are welcome. Cheta Chukwu, you are joining from Enugu. You are welcome. Chaila Gambo from Benin City, you are all welcome. Please relax, take your tea. My own tea is with me here. Oh, Tony Alade from Kwara State, you are all welcome. I can't mention everyone, but you are all welcome. Okay, so I hope you are with your pen, your paper to jot things down, because today's wiser ingredient is what it is, so rich. The ingredient we'll be dishing out is so rich. So, but before I go on, I want you to welcome with me my very own sister. We have been showing ourselves at the back, since, so that we can give you the best. So I want you to welcome with me my sister Stella Ayer. Let her introduce herself.
Hi everyone. Good morning. Bonjour tout le monde. Bonjour. My name is Stella, like my co-facilitator rightly said, and wow, we are in the month of October, the Independence Month, and very importantly, my birthday month. Yay! Yes, I was born in October, and this is, a double honor for me to be here with you, phenomenal people, doing this, dissecting this very powerful book by Stephen Archer. Yes, thank you so much for welcoming me. I believe that this final portion of the book, we will have the grace to do justice to dissecting it, just like we've been doing since January, and now it's October. Yeah, thank you, thank you, thank you for wishing me happy birthday in advance. I pray that that's birthday energy will help me to do justice to this. Thank you so much. Yes, so now I'll leave you. I'll take you back to Abolanle so that she can carry on with this. I'll come back later. Thank you.
Thank you, Stella. Thank you for that awesome presentation. Okay, so I'll be talking about the inside out habits. Okay, so what is inside out? To a layman language, it is looking within you. The inside out refers to the true change that starts from within. If you want to change something, you have to start from within. It has to be within you. You can't just change anything if it is not within you. It emphasizes that lasting personal growth, transformation, and improvement in relationships or circumstances. I say that again. It emphasizes the lasting growth, the lasting personal growth, transformation, and improvement in relationships or circumstances happen when we first work on our inner character, on our mindset. That one is when you work on your mindset. Mindset is so powerful. It is another topic on its own. When you work on your mindset, when you work on your attitudes before trying to change external situations or people. So you can't just change anybody if you don't change yourself. If you can't, you have to change from within before you can change any other person. So when I read the book, after reading through, there are some key points that I jotted out, that I said I'm going to share with my wiser people this morning. I hope we are all there and you are listening. Please try and jot down, because these nuggets are very, very powerful. Okay, so let me give you the insight. So the inside out approach is when you think within yourself. There is a Yoruba adage that says, "Nǹkan tó ń wá lọ sí ṣòkòtò, ó wà lápò ṣòkòtò ẹ." That means what you are looking for in Sokoto. If you are in Nigeria, you know where Sokoto is in Nigeria, the northern part of Nigeria. What you are looking for in Sokoto is right inside your pockets. But because you are not focused to know that, okay, this thing I am looking for is inside my pocket too. You have traveled all the way to Sokoto first. When you now got to Sokoto and you want to pay, you now say that this thing that I'm looking for is even here. And you have gone all the way from Lagos or to wherever location you have gone to Sokoto. But simple approach like inside out will help us know that this thing I am looking for is right inside of me. With the change of attitude, with the change of our mindset, that it is right inside of me. So I'll go into the key points now. Number one, what are the key points? Number one is creating a productive routine. We saw Stephen Covey. He went with his family. He daily goes with his family to a location. I can't say it's a secret location, but it's a location with his family. They go there, they talk, they communicate, they do things that really change their relationship. And I look at it that creating a productive routine for you, for your team, for yourself, for your company can foster peace and productivity. Creating a productive routine. What are these productive routine? Number one, are you with me? Number one, I want somebody to type number one in the chat box if you are with me. Number one, I'm not seeing number one. In creating your productive routine, what are these productive routine? Number one is meditation. Number one is meditation. Meditation. What is meditation? Meditation is a big word. Everybody meditates. If you are not meditating, you are worrying. So the opposite of meditation is worry. The opposite of meditation is worry. So if you are not meditating rightly, that means you are meditating wrongly, which is worry. Do you get? So meditation. Do you take 15 minutes out of your time every day to just meditate? Or you just wake up in the morning, do things the way you have been doing it? But highly effective people, when they wake up in the morning, what they do is talk to their God in prayer and meditation. Even in Joshua 1:8, it says, "This book of the Lord shall not depart out of my mind, out of my mouth, and I shall meditate in it day and night." So meditation is not a worldly thing. It is also in the Bible. If you are a Christian and if you are a Muslim, it is also in the Quran. But I don't know the particular chapter in the Quran. But in Joshua 1:8 of our own Bible, I will meditate in it day and night. Meditation. So my sisters, my brothers, give 15 minutes out of your time early in the morning. It can be in the morning, it depends on your timing. It can be in the afternoon and it can be in the evening. Meditate on the word of God. Meditate on whatever you have read, because it is in meditation that it sinks. When it sinks, that is when you can carry out and do whatever you are told to do. But if you don't meditate, if you just read, you won't even be able to practice what you have learned. Do you get? So meditation is key. Please, meditation is key. I see my mama. You are welcome, Joyce Daniels. Thank you, ma, for this opportunity. Okay, so I'll go back. Number one is meditation. Number two, journaling. Journaling. There are 1001 things running through our minds daily. 1001 things running through our mind daily. But if you can just take your Bible and pen and journal and write it down. Okay, so let's assume you are meditating and something comes to your mind. Oh, I want to call, you are meditating and another thing will just come. I want to buy ugu in the market. Write that, just take your book, write, I want to buy ugu in the market, and say, I will come back to you. It is not yet your time. And go back to your meditation. Because 1001 things run through our minds. So and we can't remember everything. So we have to journal our thoughts down. And in journaling, you find solutions to so many things. Number three, the third one I want to mention is deep, deep breathing. Deep breathing. Give yourself time, because it calms you down when you breathe. It calms you down. It's not just we breathe normally, but when you take time to just do that act of breathing, 5 minutes breathing, it calms your nerves down. It calms your emotions. It calms your body down. Thank you, MC Love Diamond. It calms your body down. Okay, so that is for creating a productive routine. There are so many more, but I'll just then okay, there is one more, number four, visualization. That one is powerful. Seeing the end from the beginning. Visualization. Okay, I want to go to Canada. You don't just say I want to go to Canada. You visualize it. That is when your dreams come true. Visualization. Visualize what you want. Visualize it, as in see it, see that tangible result. Faith comes from hearing, and hearing from the, I've forgotten that, but you visualize that tangible word, as in you feel it. You can feel it in your body that this thing is real. It is when you visualize it, that is when it comes to pass. Because I remember reading the Think and Grow Rich. They didn't say work and grow rich. Think. So there is power in thinking. There is power in all this productive routine. Think and grow rich, not work and grow rich. Think and grow rich. Okay, so that is number one. Okay, number two is power of a life-changing idea. So when I was reading the book, the author said he he discovered a word. He said that word is the space between stimulus. That is, the stimulus is events. The space between stimulus and the response. The response is your reaction. This word is powerful. The space, somebody should type it out. The space between stimulus and response. That word is powerful. The space between stimulus and response. What is the space between stimulus and response? Let me use this analogy. Okay, so you are going and somebody just come and slap you. Normally, as Nigerians that we are, you will slap the person back immediately, as in no gbewa, no go and come back. You will slap the person immediately. But this analogy says the response, as in the space between your response and reaction, is very important. You know, if the person slap you first, right, is at wrong. When you now slap him back and he falls down and die, what will happen? Can somebody tell me what will happen? I want to see in the chat box. What do you think will happen to that person? I want your response in the chat box. What do you think will happen to the person? You slap a person, she didn't offend you, or he didn't offend you. The person, as in the person slaps, and you slap yourself back. But in slapping him back, or he fell down and died. What is the solution? Solution is kiri straight, as in no go come back. They won't say he is the one that slaps you first. So they will say you shall slap person, and this person has died. So, but if you have used that space between stimulus and response, it won't happen. When they say yara gbọ́rọ̀ lọ́ra fèsì, that is in Yoruba, as in quick to hear word but slow in response. When Jesus say when somebody slap you, that Turn your leg cheek so that the person will slap you back. He knows what he's saying. He knows what he's saying. So many people are out there with different things they are carrying about, and we don't know. And they will now use their own to cobalize us. God forbid. Say God forbid in the chat, but say God forbid. So that space, we must use it wisely. It may be in your office, it may be in your relationship with your spouse, it may be in a relationship with your friends. There are so many words we can say that will scatter the friendship of 25 years and sky just with a word. Just because we are not using that analogy. Space between stimulus and reaction. Do we get it? If you are getting this, please comment in the chat box. So, like Joseph, when Joseph was sold out into slavery, normal African people, if I see my family, I will never talk to them again. Never. That is response of so many people. But if they have not sold Joseph into slavery, maybe we won't be where we are today. Do you get? But Joseph used the analogy space between stimulus and reaction, and he used it wisely. So, my sisters, my brothers, let's use that wisely. Let's use that space wisely. It can change us and it can mar us. Number 3 is deep communication. Deep communication strengthens relationship. It really strengthens relationship. Do you communicate with your spouse? Do you do? Do you communicate with your team? Don't just assume. Don't just assume things will fall into place. No. Communicate, because communication foster relationships. Do you communicate? Do you communicate with your loved ones? Because Stephen Covey, as in, he went into deep communication with his wife. He went into deep communication with his wife, and they were able to sort so many differences. They were able to sort so many things. They were able to know each other deeply. But nowadays, mother will carry phone on social media, or maybe he's working with his phone or with her phone. Father will carry phone or laptop working. Children will carry phone. There is no communication again. There is no deep communication between families. And when they now grow up, you see so many people apart because they don't really know each other. Screen time has taken over our communication time. Please, let's look inwards and change this narrative. If you have been doing this, look inwards and change the narrative. Then, embracing vulnerability. My next point, embracing vulnerability. What is embracing vulnerability? They were able to open up to each other as in secrets that you can't just tell anybody because of communication. And it is better you speak out. Let them know you. Let them know you. Let them know who you are. You don't have to tell them everything, but just tell them what they need to know. Be open. Let them know your weaknesses so that they can help you out. Let them know your strengths so that you can use it and help them. Because if they know, oh, this person knows how to do this, you are the go-to in this area. And if they know you are weak in this area, they will leave you and look for another person. You don't have to do everything. You don't have to be pretending. Let people know your weakness. Let your team, not everybody, but let your team, oh, this one I can't do this, but I can do this. Let them know your weakness. Saying it will not kill, but you have said your own, and it will be done that okay, this person has said his or her own. Do we get? Number 5 is respecting emotional boundaries. Boundaries, creating boundaries is a very powerful thing. Try and create boundaries, not only in your relationship, in your businesses, in everything you are doing, creating boundaries. Because if you create boundaries, you won't offend anybody. You won't, because they will know that okay, this person says she doesn't like this, so they won't. So it will save us so many heartbreaks. It will save us so many things if we create boundaries. Do we get? It will create so many things. It will restore things. I mean, if we create boundaries, if we are creating rules to avoid hurting each other, create rules to avoid hurting each other. Some people, they don't have the spirit of forgiveness. But if you have create boundaries, you won't even hurt them. Do we get it? You don't need to push hard to sentiment. You don't. Do we get it? If you are getting me, please type in the chat box, please. Then the last and not the least is understanding the deeper meaning behind actions. Understanding the deeper meaning behind actions. Do you get? You understand the meaning behind actions. There are so many things that people do, but if you don't really know what is happening, you won't get. You just assume. You just assume this person is just, but you don't really know what the person is going through. So you have to understand the deeper meaning behind every action. So just look through your own eyes. Look through your own eyes. Look at it from your own angle. That okay, this person is doing this. Can it be okay? Do you get? And if you think, oh, I still don't get, ask questions. My sister, what's wrong with you? That thing you did that time is not okay. Are you sure you are okay? In a gentle voice, not in a harsh way. Do you get? My sister, what is wrong? Are you okay? Oh, I'm fine. I lost kidney. Oh, wow. But if you don't ask, you just say, hey, kidney, do you get? You, as in, you will not be giving yourself bad boost. But if you are take time to look at the meaning behind the person's action, you will understand. I yield my mic. Thank you. Over to you, Stella.
Wow. Wow, wow. Thank you so much, Abolanle. Like those were powerful nuggets that you dropped right there. I mean, it's so important to learn to work on communicating with our friends, our loved ones, our spouses, our family, people we hold dear. Communicating with them from an inside out approach, from the basics of our core values, not just a facade, which we are very good at putting up. We Nigerians were so great at putting up facades. We tend to, maybe because of our culture, we tend to just communicate on surface level. But Stephen Covey is advocating that rather than just sweep things under the carpets, we actually take the time and intentionally, communicate our core values, our feelings, our emotions, the reason why we do the things that we do to our loved ones. Now that would create, a platform, an avenue for a much deeper understanding of each other. So thank you so much, Abolanle. We learned a lot. If you think we also learned a lot, please can I see that by the clap emoji? Please drop the clap emoji in the chat box for her for that powerful presentation. Yeah, she did really good. I picked so many things from her. Because she has talked about that. Yes, thank you so much, Janet Idika. Yeah, because she's spoken so well about inside out approach, I'm not going to, touch on that. But what I want to talk about this morning is intergenerational living. Intergenerational living. Intergenerational living. I'd like for us to define it. What does it mean to you as a person? You may drop it in the chat box what it means to you. Intergenerational. When someone says intergenerational living, let's define terms, so we know where we are coming from. Intergenerational. Okay, we understand generational. What does intergenerational living mean to you? Please just go ahead and drop it. Maybe from off of the top of your head, just what does it mean to you? So I googled it, intergenerational living, because I already know what it means, but I don't want to assume, because most times we assume that we know things which we really do not know, and that creates a lot of problems. And so when I looked it up, it spoke about, a sort of lifestyle where you intentionally live across different generations. You are in one generation, but you are able to, visit the past, or distill the wisdom of the past, apply it to your current generation, your current reality. And you don't just stop there, you also transmit that information, the positive aspects of that information you got from the past, onto the future generations. That's the people that look up to you, people coming up after you. Now, that sort of mindset is very important for the elite that we are. Yeah. Are you an elite? If you are, say, yes, I am. Yeah, we are not ordinary people. We don't just, as Wiserians, and we have spent like 10, this is the 10th month we have spent, studying this book. I bet you not a lot of Nigerians are doing what we're doing. So we're not ordinary people. Yeah, living a life that transcends me. Thank you, Odunayo. Yes, a life that transcends you, a life that's not just about you and what you're, out there to gain, but a life that's about building prosperity, or for posterity's sake. You're dropping nuggets like we are doing this morning, not just for yourself, but to change certain narratives, certain belief systems, certain things that we held there, which were not really serving us. So that's, in essence, is what it means to live an intergenerational life. It's something that has to be intentional. You can't just go about your day and go about your life the way you usually do and expect better results. Someone once said that you cannot keep doing what you have, been doing over time and expect a different result. You have to intentionally pursue that line of lifestyle. Yeah. So intergenerational living. Okay. So from what Abolanle also spoke about, we are also going to talk about the fact that when we work and communicate on the level of our essential paradigms, it helps us, it empowers us, it puts us in a better stead to resolve the chronic problems that we have in human relationships. When we approach life from the basis of not putting up what we think would make us look tough, make us look intelligent, but from the basis of, okay, I want to communicate with this person, truly, deeply. I want this person to really get me. Yeah, I really want this person to open up to me. I want us to collaborate. Collaboration is the word. To collaborate, not compete. We're not, this is not a competition. This is communication. It's a collaboration. I want to know what makes the person tick. And I also want the person to know what makes me tick. So you're not getting a leverage over the other person. You're balancing it out. And this really helps us. If you can, I mean, I know it sounds like a simple principle, but in practice, it's not really as simple as we say, but it is doable. It's something that we can and we can always develop doing. Yeah, with our colleagues, with people we interact with on a daily basis, we can go about this, in a way with a mind view, a mindset of resolving human problems which we encounter from day to day. So it's very important that we communicate with people from the level of our core values. What are our core values? I know that by now, we are all very conversant with core values. I'd like for you to drop in the chat box, what are those core values? What are those values that you hold dear, that are really, those core values that really drive you, not what you think on the surface, but what is really in your heart? What is in your person? What makes you the person that you are? Those are our core values. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to seeing you drop in the chat box. What are the things that really push you to be the kind of person that you are, to get you to wake up so early in the morning and you're listening to Wiser Special when a lot of people may still be snoozing on their beds. Yes, Odunayos says integrity, very powerful integrity. When you are dealing with people from a place of integrity, authenticity, yes, or more see, yeah, in authenticity, that happens to be one of my core values as well. Like, I don't like the idea of faking it. Fake that maxim that they say, people say, fake it till it comes to reality, or something like that. Yeah, well, I don't, it may work for some people, or for me, in the long run, you can fake it for some time and it's okay, but in the long run, it doesn't really serve us well. So it pays for us to, first of all, know what are your core values. What are those things that are deal breakers for you? What are those things that you will not accept? What are those things that that you hold dear, that you really want to pass down to the generation after you? Yeah, that's the whole concept of intergenerational living in a nutshell. What are those things that drive you, that that makes you, that you feel are building blocks towards the future that you hope for? So the inside out approach in communication cannot be overemphasized. We can't say this enough. Like, here in Nigeria, it's almost like a taboo to let people know what exactly is going on with you. Usually the standard question is, how are you? I am fine. That's the standard answer. We don't really get down to the point where we say, oh, look, this is how I'm feeling, this is what I'm going through, and I believe I need help. Sometimes just asking for help from the people that we love, people that care about us, that love us as well. But just opening up, it creates an avenue for you to be able to ask for help. Maybe there are things that it's great when you are able to self-regulate, to self-develop, but sometimes, look, we are all humans. Let's not even lie about it, especially with what is going on in the country. Some of us have imbibed certain attributes, certain behaviors. Now, note, I do not say character, I say behaviors. Deep down in our hearts, we want to be good persons, we want to be great persons, but the extenuating circumstances, that's the things that are going on around us negatively, they tend to sometimes warp our mindset and making fashion us into who we usually wouldn't be. And so sometimes when you notice, for instance, you have a friend, a colleague whom you're really close to, and maybe you snapped at the person. As an intergenerational person, a person who is consciously practicing the inside out approach, it behoves on you to go to the person later and say, look, my friend, I'm so sorry I snapped at you. I did that because of this reason. I'm going through stuff. And depending on your relationship with the person, you can ask for help. You can say, can you help me? Can you help me by being my accountability partner? Can you help me in doing this? Can you keep me on track? When I tend to fall off the track. So all these are very, very important nuggets. And I think the entire book is uh, um is all about how we can, interact with each other in a healthy way.
Okay, I think we lost her there. Hello, Stella, are you there? Okay. So oh, sorry, intergenerational living. So I think one of the things intergenerational living does is
I'm so
it
sorry about that.
transforms.
I'm trying to switch. Yeah.
You are welcome back. You are welcome back, Stella. Okay, where is she? Okay, so one of the things intergenerational living does is transforming wealth from one generation to the other, transforming wisdom from one generation to the other, transference
Oh,
of
I'm
knowledge.
sorry. Hi, I'm back. Yeah, so sorry about that. This is Nigeria. We all know what's going on with our internet. So forgive me for that time I went off track. I don't know how much or where you lost me, but I was just saying in a nutshell that it's important to communicate from and with an inside out approach in order to resolve issues. All right. So, what are the benefits? Let's talk about, we've been saying how important it is to communicate from an inside out approach. Um, what's the benefits? Like, why do I go out of my way to do that? Now, the reason why you should go out of your way to do that, as expounded by the author, is because when you do that, you develop a rich win-win relationship with the person. Yeah, that's one of the fruits of communicating authentically with someone. You come out with this win-win relationship. Yeah, I know that by now we are very conversant with the win-win, the concept of win-win in our relationships. There was this former head of state that said after the Nigerian Biafra war, the Nigerian civil war, that there was no winner and no vanquished. Now, some people may argue about that statement, and if really there was no winner and no vanquished, a certain group of people feel negatively about that. Now, I don't want us to think about what led to him making that submission, but let's just focus on the statement itself. A win-win relationship is such that the persons involved feel like they have been heard, they feel like they're valued, they feel like their contributions, are relevant. They feel like, yeah, it's like a negotiation, like you go to the market to get something and you're bargaining, and the seller and the buyer arrive at a price that is convenient from both of them. Now the buyer, the seller, does not make a loss. He to cover for his own is investment, and the buyer does not also feel taken advantage of. The person feels like, okay, yeah, this product is really good, is good for that price, and they come out of it feeling really good. I don't know how many of us have ever had that experience. You come out of it feeling like, I wasn't cheated. You don't feel bad about spending your money. You actually feel good about it. Yeah. So a rich win-win relationship. When you have this sort of conversations, that's the benefit of doing that. When you use an insider approach. Now, quickly, I'll take the second fruit of practicing this inside out approach. You come out of the communication, of the encounter, with a deeper understanding of each other. Yeah, I saw someone typed one time, don't assume. I have been in a position sometimes, and I'm sure a lot of us have also been in that sort of circumstance where someone does something and it rubs off on you in the wrong way, and you're like, why did this person do this to me? Could it be because of this reason? You begin to assume so many scenarios that could have led the person to acting out the way they did. Now, if you do not communicate sincerely, openly with the person, you don't approach the person for a conversation, you will just go about with the assumption, and that might cause a fracture in your relationship with that person. But if you're able to authentically, openly communicate with the person, not assuming anything, you would be able to understand. The person might say, oh, or maybe he or she was not even aware that they did that. They did something wrong, or they just did it offhandedly, and they didn't know it impacted in such a way with you. So it's very important not to assume. That's why we should have deep rooted conversations, so that we come out of it having a deeper understanding of the person, of the person's boundaries, the person's likes and dislikes, and so in that way we're able to better fashion our own behavior toward that person. When you know that this my friend doesn't like so and so, you are better able to avoid those things when you're interacting with that particular person. It may not be a problem for somebody else, but for this person, it is a problem. So you avoid all those traps that lead us into problems in our private relationship. Now, lastly, he talked about when you communicate with an inside out approach, you develop a marvelous synergy. Now, I don't know how many of you have experienced this with maybe your best friend, your colleague that you're really close and you love enjoying working with. There's this marvelous synergy that's when you understand each other. Sometimes you don't even need to voice it out, but it's just an unwritten rule. You just know that this is what we're doing because you have communicated your vision, the game plan, and everything to the person. So the person understands that, okay, this is the direction in which we're going. So when it's really important, you can, put your plan into motion, knowing that your partner or your colleague or whoever understands that this is where we are headed. Yeah. So far I've been going on and on. I really hope and believe that this is making sense. So it's at this point that I will use that very popular word that we use here. If this is making sense to you, please type MS in the chat box. Please go ahead and encourage my ministry by typing MS. Yeah, thank you so much as you do that. And he also went ahead to talk about the ability to see on a deeper level, to see on a deeper level. This sort of communication makes us realize that just the way our parents' behaviors or character affected us as people, as children, and which helped to shape the persons that we are today, so also our own character, our own behaviors are influencing our children, influencing the people that are coming behind us, people that look up onto us. Yes, not always, not just your children, because you might say, I don't have children. No, but the thing I've noticed is that children, people, younger generation actually look up to us. They tend to copy us. Younger people tend to learn more by observation than by what you say. So you may think you're in your corner doing your thing, but someone or one younger person is, observing you up and down and just like, this auntie does this. I like it. She's cute. I like the way she dresses. I like the way she talks and all of that. So it's very important that we are very mindful of the way that we communicate with each other. Okay, so I want to talk about a very important thing that the author pointed out, which I think is very relevant for us in Nigeria. Becoming a transition person. A transition person. What does being a transition person mean to you? Please type it. Go ahead and type it. Yeah, we encourage you to keep that chat box, abuzz. A transition person is, someone who is like a link between the past and the future. That person can be a positive link. Like there are certain maybe patterns that maybe were carried out or happened in your family, which you do not want to carry on to the future generations. Maybe they did not serve you guys well. Maybe those patterns, for instance, the author mentioned a case where maybe your parents abused you, and you don't need to carry that out onto your own children. Yeah, saying, yeah, my dad did, I didn't die, so I do it to my children. No, it's pretty wrong. And as Nigerians, we don't have to say, oh, this is the way things have always been. For instance, in our democracy, in elections, it's the big men that always decide who is going to win. And so you don't even make an effort. You don't even go out to vote. You don't even hold your leaders to account. You just let everything slide. And that is why we are where we are. Yeah, so we have to strive as excellent person to always be that transition person that says, no, this negative trait has lasted long enough. It's not following us into the future. We are going to be better persons for our nations, for ourselves, for posterity, for posterity's sake. Yeah, so in order not to, stretch our time further than this, I want to encourage us. We didn't just do this, from January till now, with everything that's going on in our lives, consecrated time to, having these specials. It cannot be in vain. It can't be in vain. We have to, make this book a sort of manual for living. Let's make it, it's not just a book you read and dump it on the shelf. It's something that even I, myself, and I encourage you to do the same. From time to time, revisit this book and, these principles, attempts, intentionally live by them. And I believe that we'll become better persons when we practice this. I would like to encourage, I would like to thank the visionary behind this WISER specials, the top queen herself, Joyce Daniels. Yay, sis, I celebrate you. I appreciate you. I want to thank you on behalf of, I believe, everyone right here. We want to thank you for being who you are, first of all, for being an excellent person, for showing us how to be better persons, and to your powerful team, both the ones we know, the ones we've been interacting with, and the ones working behind the scenes. We want to say thank you so much. We are grateful. Thank you. Wiserians, I appreciate you so much. And Wale, I hope that we become better persons as a result of this. Yeah, Abolanle, would you like to say something in passing?
Okay. Thank you, the talk queen. Thank you so much, Madam Just Daniels. I am so grateful for giving me this opportunity. As in, I don't know I can do this because I woke up very early. As in, I
Me
couldn't sleep. I
neither.
was
I
just,
didn't keep
don't
it.
let me mess up. But thank you for putting this together. Thank you for giving us your platform to thrive. Thank you so much. and you are our what's it called, our mentor, so we are looking forward. Thank you so much, Riserians. Thank you to the team. I'm part of the team, Michael, you know. So thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Stella. We'll see you at the other side. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you. Have a great day and be wiser. Thank you.